What are the best phones under $400? With so many phones on the market and with the gap between mid-range and high-end narrowing each year, finding the right phone for you is not an easy task. Sure, if you've got $1,000 to go, getting the best of the best is not a difficult task. You can narrow your choice down to a handful of phones. However, when you are a bit off a budget but are not aiming extremely low, the sprawling mid-range segment has so much to offer. What it can get confusing quickly. There's no need to get a flagship, you can get one of the best phones under $400 instead. To help you in this endeavor, we have compiled a list of the best phones under $400 that you can get right now. And also make sure to check out the links in the description for the price info. With the Pixel 5a, Google has delivered another superb mid-range phones. Compared to its predecessor, Google has improved the performance and the design still looks decent in 2023. It also has a much better battery life thanks to its big 4680 mAh battery. Other than that, we don't think the plastic designs are bad. The phones may not feature wireless charging, but in terms of look and feel, there does not seem to be that much of a difference compared to the Pixel 5. Best of all, this year the phone is even cheaper, making it an amazing value if you are a fan of Team Pixel. The Samsung Galaxy A71 was the king of mid-range smartphones, and for a good reason. That's why the task before its successor, the Galaxy A72, was a tough one. Samsung managed to pull this one off though. The Galaxy A72 takes everything good about its predecessor and makes it better. The phone features the same 6.7-inch AMOLED display we are familiar with from the Samsung Galaxy A71, but upgraded the refresh rate to 90Hz. Samsung has tweaked the brightness and the panel is 15% brighter than the display of the A71. The chipset is also slightly better, and the huge 5000 mAh battery makes this phone an endurance champion. Its price is a little bit over our $400 budget, but the proper deals and discounts and with time, it will fall into this price bracket easily. Motorola's affordable One 5G Ace phone is a great choice. This device has a nice 6.7-inch screen with Full HD Plus resolution and a big 5000 mAh battery. As its name suggests, it indeed has 5G connectivity. It is powered by a Snapdragon 750G processor, which is coupled with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. The Motorola One 5G Ace has some good features from the past, like a 3.5mm headphone jack and a micro SD card slot. Camera-wise, the phone has a triple camera system, which is able to produce some pretty nice pictures. A downside to this smartphone is its weight and thickness, which are on the big side. The phone weighs 212 grams and has a thickness of 9.9mm. The One 5G Ace also has a plastic bed, which won't be to everyone's taste, but it still packs great specs for under $400. We can't talk about sub $400 phones without mentioning the OnePlus Nord N20. With Nord, OnePlus goes back to its root of delivering great bang for your bucks, an AMOLED display, 5G capable chip, fast charging and a decent camera system. What more can you want? It also comes with a decent fast charging battery and a stylish design. The Nord N20 also features a headphone jack and a micro SD card slot, which is pretty cool. Motorola Curve, sort of a niche with its G Stylus line of phones. If you suffer from low battery anxiety, this is the phone for you. With its 5000 mAh battery and energy efficient chipset, this phone can easily last more than a day. Its display is also very good. The Moto G Stylus 5G Sports are pretty solid for the category octa-core Snapdragon 480 processor, paired with 4 or 6GB RAM count and 128 or 256GB of internal storage space. In the camera department, the phone also does well with a 48MP main camera and the addition of 8MP ultra wide, as well as 5MP macro and 2 megapixel depth sensors. Last but not the least, let's not forget this phone comes with a stylus, which might be useful to people that love taking notes. This budget phone offers excellent value for money with its solid specs for just $400. It is powered by the fast Snapdragon 750G processor coupled with 6 or 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage. This is one of the last Galaxy phones to have a micro SD card slot for memory expansion. It also has a nice 48 megapixel quad camera setup. The Galaxy A42 5G can shoot a video in 4K 30 frames per second, which is great considering this phone's price point. The front camera is a good 20 megapixel punch hole shooter capable of capturing some great looking selfies. This phone's shortcoming is its display. It's a nice looking 6.6 inch AMOLED panel, but it is 60Hz and it has a rather low HD plus resolution. But the lower resolution also means longer battery life. This phone has one of the longest lasting batteries thanks to its 5000 mAh battery, very powerful efficient processor, and low resolution display. If you are all about having the best battery life, this phone is definitely one you should consider. Sony has a great history of making compact phones. The company actually introduced the term with the Xperia Z1 Compact back in 2014. The new affordable Sony Xperia 10 III is a great mid-ranger that offers a 6-inch OLED display, water and dust resistance, a fingerprint scanner, and a triple camera system on the back. You won't find a flagship chipset inside. It's powered by a Snapdragon 690 chipset, coupled with 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of onboard storage, but it's sufficient, especially at this price point. This phone also comes with a micro SD card slot and a headphone jack. It's a perfect buy if you don't want a big phone and have a more active lifestyle. Thank you for being with us so far. I hope you have liked the video and made up your mind to buy a phone. So make sure to check out the links in the description for the price info.